All right, so I wanted to make this video before, let me move this, before I went to bed. Got about, what time is it, 7? I think we can make this 10, 15 minutes or so. I actually just did a live and it was really good. And hopefully get that posted. So, well, I am posting it right now, but God, my internet is so slow. Might take overnight. Anyway, I wanted to make this video because it's something I was thinking about a lot. And I attempted to do it when I was in the car, but that didn't work, which was pretty funny because someone almost hit me. So, but I know that's totally irrelevant. So I probably shouldn't be making videos while I'm driving. Anyway, but to get it to the point, the reason why I've been thinking about this so much is I think because one thing is we're almost towards the end of the year and October literally just finished. It's already November 2nd. My goodness. And I was thinking a lot about turning 20, right? On June of 2025, June 26th of 2025, I turned 20. And it was kind of weird hitting that number, but you know, on your birthday when you turn and like the next year or whatever, you don't really feel any different. It usually takes time. And for my 20th birthday, I was at work. And I did something after work. I believe it was on a Thursday, so I had the rest of the week off. I didn't really do much, to be honest. I just kind of celebrated it myself. I believe I went to a flea market. It's a Mexican flea market, grocery store. I got some tres leches. So I got myself a little cake, the candle. I believe I also went to a restaurant, or did I eat out? It was one of the two. Then I came home and just I had some snacks too, and I just sat at my dinner table, all the lights off, most of them by myself, lit the candle. I think I have a video somewhere. And just was eating and enjoying myself. But yeah, that's it. I spent my birthday alone. And I didn't really do anything for the week, in which I think that's most guys' lives now. And you guys have probably seen that video of that one guy with the glasses who's like, it's like his 30th something birthday and he's just looking depressed as hell with that single candle on the birthday cake. It was kind of like that. I mean, I wasn't depressed, but it was just like, I think that's what, you know, once after you hit 18, you're done with school and you're becoming a young adult, you really realize, you know, a lot of people don't care about you. And as a lot of people don't care about, you've heard the saying, like, you know, women has it a lot easier. They can go out and they can be struggling and they'll get help and people will care for them. And as a man, no one gives a fuck, right? And you really see that and you experience that, where once you kind of move on from that earlier, younger life, you kind of get lonely for a long time. You notice people won't reach out as much, or maybe people don't make plans, or you don't really meet as many people, or when you go out, there's just not a lot of interaction, or you start meeting less girls or less people that maybe you're attracted to, or you really stop kind of making connections, I'll say, in a sense. And that's totally up to you, but sometimes even when you try, it just doesn't feel the same, or you don't feel like you're finding your right group, or you kind of have that, I think it's saying you're alone, but you're not lonely entirely, or you're lonely, but you feel you're alone. So it's one of the two. And I can relate to that a lot. Where, sure, you might have a job, or you go to work and you have coworkers, or, you know, you see some people, and maybe it's some family a little bit on the side, but in your real time life, you're just kind of alone, like lonely. And you're just like wanting to talk to somebody, or wanting to kind of share a connection with someone, and when you don't have it, it's kind of like you're searching for a missing piece of the puzzle. And that was something really big for me too. And turning 20, I realized that. And, you know, almost this being the end of the year, I realized a lot of things that I could have done that I'm actually not happy with. I could have done a lot better. So I'll give you an example. I've been doing this for about almost 4 years, right? And oh my God, that's crazy to think. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. This music for you guys. My first year, I'll unpost some old videos that I have so you guys can see it. So, but the big thing that you guys need to get out of this video, the most important thing, within this time, 4 years, what I've learned the most is the harder you work young now, and the more driven, disciplined, and ambitious you are, the more success you will have as you start to hit your 20s. If I would have had all this experience and kind of more the strict discipline mindset on my YouTube channel when I first started, bro, we would have done some serious numbers, had some serious success. We had a really strong Discord community. I was selling products, I was selling services, and it was only going up. But I lost that. And I let people get to me. I let outside things get to me. I let time, complacency, and laziness get to me. I let distractions get to me. And I would say I lost a year, maybe 2 years to like good productivity, if that kind of makes sense. So I'll say I lost 2 years in time that could have been way better, way more successful. But I still learned a lot. However, I feel like I needed that. So I'm glad that I have that, because if I went back and changed it, sure, some things might be better, but also it could have maybe not prepared me for the things I actually did experience on what I went through the past couple of years. That is where I am today. So maybe my success is a little bit later, but now it's guaranteed because of what happened in the past. So you'll hear like a bunch of old heads saying, oh yeah, when you're young and do this and that, and you don't have to like, there's a different saying for everything, but when they mean by, oh, you don't have to start your life so early, I guess what they mean in a sense, and maybe whether it's a career or a job or something. But I agree and disagree with that, but also you can take that in a very different way. I disagree with the fact, like, no, dude. Like, obviously, live your life, have fun, take the risk, do what you really want to do when you're young, but also work very hard in that. Don't kind of just drift along. Because if you're just drifting, you're just coasting, oh yeah, bro, I'm just drifting along. 4 years go by and you're like, fuck. You're in the same spot, the same rut, you feel like you didn't do anything. You didn't feel like you got anything done. So, more importantly on that note, is what I can share the best with you guys is don't give up. And it's so easy to, and it's weird for me because I genuinely don't let other things and other people get to me to where it stops me from what I'm doing. But to be honest, guys, and for some of the OGs that are still here, why did I stop posting? Why did I stop making YouTube videos? Why did I stop being active in the community on the Discord? And why did I kind of drift away? And I won't sound like I'm making excuses, but I'll tell you guys what happened, I guess, or what really changed that. And I was also during school, so on top of that, it was a number of things. I started to focus on school more when I was working, sports. And people, oh, okay, that sounds good, but well, I think about it, no, because what I mean by when I was focusing on school more and sports, I gave up on something that was working. Okay, school, what did I learn in school? Nothing. I mean, you learn more social things about life and people less than what they really teach you. And school for me was like, if I really tried, I did good, but I hated school. It just didn't click for me. I was like, what the fuck? I could be doing something better. And kids didn't even care. Nobody cared. Everyone was on their phones. Everyone was a freaking zombie just glued to TikTok and Snap, and nothing was happening, man. Nobody wanted to get out there and change the world. Nobody. Not even the teachers cared anymore. Nobody does, dude. The education system is, for a long time, been long gone. And sports, got busy, practice every day, coming home tired, school the next day, barely sleeping, and just was tired and didn't want to really come home to I just wanted to come home and kind of relax, I'll say. When I couldn't be like, bro, I can't wait to get home and make a video. And then that kind of built up. Then I had maybe previous friends, or maybe we're not friends anymore. I'll just say friends or family or people I was close with or not, kind of, I guess, get to me in terms of to not do it, to not make it, or to, when I would try and open up with people or family, it would just always get shut down or looked down upon or completely thrown away. And that got to me over time, to where I just kind of gave up. But I didn't realize I had a community that was depending on me, and that my real support was behind the community and some close friends. But other than that, yeah, I didn't really take the thought to really realize that. So then I don't know, I kind of went offline for a bit. I discovered things, experienced things, and then within the past year from now, let's say, almost a year, I would say it's been a lot more consistent, a lot better actually. So but if any of that makes sense. So why we kind of stopped. And then as I kind of saw the community going down and people were leaving and it just got really quiet, I was like, oh, dang. You know, my dad's like, or someone from my family, oh, you're never going to be this or that, or this is never going to make money, or this is not going to work, or, oh yeah, but you're not making money. It's like, it's not instantaneous, you know? I mean, you have to understand, the older generations understand any of that. But then again, it's like when you would constantly get stuff from your family and then it would just slowly kind of batter you down. Other people, sure, but like when it's family, it kind of hits different. And then they proceed to say, oh, you know, they blame you again. They say, oh, we never were like that, or oh, we were never like this, or well, yeah, it's not working, look where it is now, and you haven't done anything since then it's just kind of pointless. So that's why I really, you know, it opened my eyes a lot to like not, I know it's bad to say not to trust my family, but to where I don't really share a lot of things, or I don't open up to them anymore, or when I've multiple times given them many chances to where it would just be destroyed every single time, I started to be like, you know what? Although family is number one, most important thing, is that I have to realize I had to become more selfish. And because when I was selfish and when I wasn't, I was always selfish. When I wasn't selfish, I still was selfish. So I might as well be more selfish and prioritize myself, my own success, my own life before others, because it wasn't benefiting me. And it was being taken for granted. So, but you can't give up. You can't stop on the things that you truly love. You can't let people destroy it. Even if you don't have the money, let's say, or the funding, maybe that's an issue. Try and squeeze out as much as you can. Because for me, I love art. I love music, writing, reading. I love nature. I love cinematography, right? Videography. And I would love to make a movie someday. I would love to write a book someday. I'm on the artistic side of things. I used to paint. I used to sketch and draw. I love videography. I'm really good at it within my mind and my head. But the hardest thing is trying to get it into happening. And there will be a day, I know, the day before I die, like in my life, I know there will be, I'm guarantee you, there will be one or more of either a movie or a book that I will create. Whether if it's a long movie, short movie, something. Because I want to change lives. I want to be able to change the world, even if it's a small dent, something. I want to be remembered for generations. Because I'm the oldest out of my brothers and my cousins. It's a lot of pressure, and I'm the only one who wants to do something great. And I love my family, of course, and they're still young, but it's just it's not their fault, but a lot of the younger generation, just kind of them growing up on iPads, social media, and just kind of what's surrounded in their environment. It's kind of bound to happen where they just kind of stay at a level where you don't reach your full potential. And I know my family can be very powerful, but sometimes we get complacent, or we forget where we came from, or we become too busy with other things in life. And that's why I hate the system, the matrix system, because I've seen how it can destroy families and what it does to families, and how it kills that drive or that strength or that bond. And that's why they say the nuclear families are being destroyed, because of how much things have changed in our time, where everything's unaffordable, or you're trading so much of your life for so little in return. Both parents are going to work, no time for the kids. Kids are raised on phones or iPads, and it's just how a lot of it is, unfortunately. So being 20 changed my life for the better, a little bit for the worse. And what I can tell you, what I've learned, is you have to fight the complacency, because it is your biggest enemy. Your biggest enemy is that comfort and that kind of time ticking away that's just slipping through your fingers, because you'll come to realize that if you fall into that hole of where I did, you will see that how much, I guess, was taken away from you, how much success you could have had, and kind of where you end up. Now I'm sitting here in the same place where I used to make videos. And to think how much has gone by since then, and that you can't go back, it's insane. It sometimes drives you crazy. The people you met, the hands you shook, the hugs you given, the kisses, the looks, the smiles, the laughs, all of that. That's why you gotta live life to the fullest. And you really gotta lock in, I'll say, because I'll meet guys my age, sometimes younger, older, and they're just kind of like whatever. Don't take that the wrong way. I mean, like you're a person. You have potential. You have a purpose. It's just purposeless people, lost people. Sure, it might come later for some people, but it also takes action. You can't just expect it to come to you and it's given to you. Like if you're living your life like, oh yeah, like you're not doing anything, like you don't even care about your own life or to even do something great, it's like, bro, how do you expect me to trust you or want to build something? Or how do you expect these things to happen in your life when you won't take action at all? When you're like, I've never been here, I've never been there, oh, I don't even want to do this, or oh, I don't want to do that, or oh no, maybe next time, or oh, this is never gonna happen for me, or it's always never, never, never. It's always the first solution for them is finding how it won't work. I understand being realistic, but being a nihilist is stupid. It's fucking bullshit. Having no life for yourself and for your family is a disappointment. And I feel like for a man, as a true man, and for us younger guys, you have to have that. To be a real person and a real man, you have to have that purpose. And you'll always get the nerds who say, oh, well, you know, those fucking, I like to call them moist critical. So you guys know that fucking long-haired, greasy guy who's always negative and bashing on people. And he's like the most negative person ever. I don't know how he has such a huge follower base. I'm talking like people like that who just want to destroy you for you wanting to change your life for the better. Think about that. You want to be better, you want to be successful, you want to be happy, you want to make your family happy, and they want to destroy you? Bro, fuck them, dude. They're your enemy. Like, don't listen to those kinds of people who want you sometimes even dead. Like, what the hell? Why is what I'm saying so controversial when I'm trying to tell you that there is a crisis for young men and it's not talked about? And even when it is, a lot of those guys are fake. They're just selling you a course. Bro, look at Hamza, bro. He's on fucking drugs. And dude, like, we lost him, bro. I think it was 2024, he said, is when he started doing it. But he was there once. And that's where I want to be. I want to beat that. Where I won't succumb to... the hell? I won't succumb to any of that. Sometimes I do fear, what if when you hit that amount of fame or that certain amount of success, someone or something else tells you have to be a certain way, or you have to, like, if there's a gun behind your head, now you have no choice. Then what? But I won't let that get to me, I'll say that. But that's what I'm saying is, the world is crazy now. And if you're really fed up and tired with a lot of it, go travel. Go to another country that's not as westernized, and you will feel a lot of happiness. It's like a setback in time. When I went to Eastern Europe, it was an experience of a lifetime. It still made me believe that there's love, there's hope, and there's faith in humanity. Because when you live in the Western world, you realize a lot of people are just, I know it's bad for me to say, but almost like walking corpses. I hate saying that, but it's true. So, all right, let's call it a night. I know I said 10 to 12 minutes, but that was a really good video, and I'm really happy with it. So, might even pin it on the top of the page. So let's call it a night. I need to eat my dinner, and being in bed by 7, 8 p.m. is not bad, but bro, look how much I changed since then. Go to one of my old videos. Probably had no facial hair. I was wearing the beanie. I was bald, had a buzz cut. Dang. My hair's so long now. My physique is okay. I got really strong, but I didn't get too big. But then I had a lot of major fitness setbacks, which we'll talk about in some other video. But shout out to my Albanian brothers. I miss them a lot. Some of the most patriotic people I've ever met are Albanians. When you travel, you realize Americans are a joke, they're a lie, and they're weak, and they're the least patriotic people on this earth. Most patriotic, bro, I'll die on this hill. Albanians are the most loving and patriotic for their country, for that flag. They will die for that. That's something we don't have enough here. Some damn good people. I love Albanians. So, all right, let's call it a night. Actually, we'll do one more video maybe after this. I'm debating it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Guys, make sure to like and subscribe. It will really help, and share this. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.